Greetings, viewers and subscribers.
Yeah, watch Popeye's mama. Where I watch?
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also.
We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
The first verse of the national anthem. It goes like this. Sing with me. Yeah man, stand up. Anywhere you are right now, get up and stand up. Stand at attention. You can stand at ease. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. So, here's some sound, when I was singing the chorus. Boom.
Listen, genius, without a
I thought number one would surely be me. I thought I would be what I wanted to be. I thought I could build on life's sinking sand, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain is too high and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I learned to stand, 'cause I can't even walk without you holding my hands. Morning, 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 morning. How are you doing this morning? Today, you mean, Mike? Then if me I sing every morning, if me out here train my voice every morning, you think me too old to learn? Eh? Me not have to improve. Me have to improve. How you talk say? Me have to improve while me singing. What them say? Practice becomes perfect. No so. So, if you are try, and you are try, and you are try, no give up. One day, you are going to hear say, you are doing good. Don't give up. Not follow nobody, but Papa, you can't sing. So you better you stick to your day job. Me a sing. Practice becomes perfect. Eh? Without the T, you know. Practice becomes perfect with a K. How are you doing this morning? You know good? Jason Pilot, Kayan Morning, New York, Muriel, Echo, Sheena, Anne-Marie, Jennifer, Marva Lee, Cecilia, Peter, Marley Babe, Wagwan, Johnny Bizzle, Paulette, Sabi, Tina, Denise, Angel, okay, Angel, all right, Caroline, Mr. Daniel Smith, big up yourself, sir, Andrea, Mike, Valentine, Jakes, you know, some I feel one tingling in my throat. I am feeling a tingling in my throat. Me have to just try sort it out today, you know, because I like it. The first me I talk from morning, you know. And I can tell you, say from morning, Mitchell Stern, Muriel, Travis, Neville, Clifford, Nevado, Amy, Daphne. What you say? Sing what you mean? Sing me a sing, yes. Who am Bex? Hear me, big up yourself. Sing me a sing. But me I feel one little tingling. You know, me don't understand this. Anyhow, I carried a news about a fraudster some time ago. And I was up working on a story about him this morning. And some of that I'm too fully prepared for this morning. But he died yesterday. That fraudster that I featured on the channel, he died yesterday in Kingston. So, Marvally, you know feel like flu to me, Marvally. Me not have no other symptoms away from this tingling in my throat. You know feel like flu to me. But we see what I go on. I have to go drink, work on some lime and some lemon and some honey in the day. But Tina, you know, so me I wait for your comment. Hey, Tina, you know, so me I wait for your comment. For this tingling in a as a princess, what go on? But I'll be dropping that video today about that fraudster. Jai, big up yourself. Barbara Martin. I'll be dropping that video today. He died in hospital yesterday. And I'm going to be dropping a video on him today. What you say? Gargle with vinegar and pepper. All right? Thank you, Marley babe. Cliff Ingram, big up yourself. Angela, talking about Angela. Angela Smith, you are from East Kingston. You are celebrating your birthday today. Your friend, your namesake, and your friend, Angela Hackett, is asking us to wish you a happy birthday today. She's telling us to tell you that you're a good friend indeed. And she's hoping that today you're going to be having a wonderful birthday. And may you live to see whole heap more. Thank you, Marley, babe. Thank you. I will be trying that one. Where's that? Now, man, Atlanta, Georgia, in the building. 2 and a piece of ginger, all right? Warm water, tubes of vinegar, and black pepper. Boy, the nurse and the doctors come out. All right, thank you. No. 2 and a tubes, Chadale. We no say peace, you know, man. Me a old country boy from Hanover, you know. You mean say me fi choop and a tubes, a ginger. Choop and a tubes, a ginger. Other princess say, drink warm lime water. Sorry to hear you. No, it's just a... Me alright, it just me have a little tingling in my throat. Me I go sort it out. Is it? Me I go sort it out. Jennifer. Jennifer. Anyhow, yeah, Angela, your birthday today. Your friend Angela Hackett is asking us to wish you a happy birthday. All right? Shannon, you are celebrating your birthday today. Your friend Lily, Eva, Curtis, and the rest of the family from all over the world, she said, they're asking us to wish you a happy birthday today. Let's hope that today you're going to be having a wonderful birthday and may you live to see a whole heap more. The proverb for today is, if you ramp with puppy, puppy lick your mouth. In other words, if you play with a dog, that dog is gonna be licking your mouth. It means, say, you don't get too familiar with people, or them will take advantage of you. Don't get too familiar with people, because say, some people, some, not all, when you get too familiar with some people, them will take advantage of you. NNN, what do you mean? Mavali, you mean nationwide is not transmitting? Me never hear that. Nationwide is not transmitted. I have to go check on that. So if you play with puppy will lick your mouth. Don't get too familiar with some people. You hear me, I tell you? We have seen it so many times. So many times, you know, we try to be friendly, or we try to be with brothers or sisters keeper with some people. And that friendliness, what we friendly with them feel like, say, them can't take advantage of you. Them try to push it over what you did I expect. So sometimes, just keep some people at arm's length. Keep some people at arm's length. Otherwise, them are going to take advantage of you if you allow them to do it. Keep some people at arm's length. Know what you are said to some people. Because what is joke to you, you know, is serious to some other people. You run joke with somebody and you say this and that, and them take it one different type of way. Because you see one guy out there, so you female, you see one guy out there, so you talk to him on a certain level. The next thing he might tell you about him, who want to come do this and that with you. Yeah, he might talk on the phone. He might tell you, say, this and that he want to do with you and all these things. You play with puppy, then we lick your mouth. Same as Mr. Brady. Familiarity breeds contempt. So we have to be careful what we said to some people. Leela, big up yourself. Big up yourself. So let's move on to the news. You know, we see some news from Westmoreland, you know, normally. But the people in Beeston Spring, they might cry. I mean, I tell you, say years that road they stay, so you know. Years. Watch this.
An appeal for road improvements this evening from residents of hurricane-battered Beeston Spring in Westmoreland. The people say their lives have been miserable for close to 5 months as they struggle to access the community. Details in this report from Antonia Atkinson.
A gully has opened up where the road in Beeston Spring used to be, and where the unwelcomed gully ends, crater-like potholes take charge. It's been this way since Melissa's flood waters chiseled through the community 5 months ago.
We've been going through a lot since the hurricane came here, and whenever time we travel from Leopold to White House, we have to come out of the taxi because the taxi man them cannot carry over because of the bad road. So I come here this morning to voice my opinion to let whosoever responsible for this road. It's time now for us to get a better road to drive on.
This road is really bad because I want to come here to stop driving because it can leak us short, tire everything ago.
Residents are frustrated. That frustration boils over when they have to sit in vehicles stumbling through the area on journeys that in some instances last 30 minutes instead of the usual 10 minutes. The lines of traffic in the community throughout the day are not signs of population growth or commerce, such as in big cities. Instead, vehicles regularly line up behind the other to scope the best places to put their wheels after watching those ahead.
The road has become a single lane, and not only as a single lane, but you know, as motorists, you know, the corporation is not there. Sometimes for hours we have to be parking up here because the road block up. This one is saying that he's not moving, that one is saying it's not moving, they are not moving. You know, and we can't continue under this condition and with this road because it's costing us a lot.
It's almost 5 months now, and we, the resident of this community who's been using this roadway, we need some assistance as soon as possible.
Because it rains most days in the deep rural community, the roads get worse due to the erosion from each period of rainfall.
Boy, me I tell you, look at that. Look at that. No, man, boy, anyhow, if you have been following what has been happening on the international scene with the war in Iran, last week, the president for the United States, well, at first, he came out, Uncle Donald, the world boss, he said that there was some negotiation taking place with some persons in Iran. Iran came out and said, nothing like that. Then, later in the week, the world boss said, boy, no talk, no talk, because they don't know who to talk to in Iran. Now on Saturday, he gave Iran 48 hours. Because remember that Iran, as a what you call it now, them closed down the streets of Hormuz. And that there's most of the oil would have passed through to be supplied worldwide. So Iran decides, say, no ship can pass through there with no oil. Otherwise, them will go bomb it up. Now, President Trump, Uncle Donald, one second, let me take this call. So, Uncle Donald, he decided that 1 second. Let me talk about that. Let me just go back because there's a news on about the Cuban doctors. I need to make a call. So I want you to watch this news and then we go back and talk about that. 1 second.
The main problem is the program end, and that was very painful for every Cuban.
On Saturday, March 21, 2026, Cuban doctors were crying at the St. Joseph's Hospital Eye Clinic. It was their last full week working locally. The sadness stemmed from knowing that they won't be able to help the people who need it.
I'm here in Jamaica since 2 years ago. When I learned that the program will finish, I felt very sad.
She says it's a tough goodbye.
In everywhere here, in every parish, in every public hospital here in Jamaica, in every health center here in Jamaica, you could find Cubans. The population of Jamaica will feel that the Cubans are not there.
Another Cuban doctor spoke to me Saturday morning on WhatsApp. The doctor said, quote, "All of them are sad. It is more than a program. It is feelings. It is something deeper than signing a contract. It is love and belonging." End quote.
More than doctors and patients, we are sisters and brothers. We are neighbors. We are family.
Dr. Reed Holder is the Regional Technical Director for the Southern Regional Health Authority. What would you say is the mood now among the Cuban healthcare workers? Is it one of frustration, anger, sadness?
It's a one of sadness because as Jamaicans, we are warm people and they love us and we love them. And in terms of the relationship that they would have formed with our persons within the rural areas and different, we are going to miss them and I know they'll miss us.
The partnership between Cuba and Jamaica started with 14 doctors at the Savannah Lamar Hospital in Westmoreland. As the years went by, the number increased. Some eventually opted for a Jamaican passport. At least one attorney says in recent years, Cuban healthcare workers have sought legal services to become Jamaican citizens.
Certainly in my practice between 2021 and 2023, I've had over 30 applications of Cuban nationals who utilize descent.
Claiming descent means automatic qualification for citizenship because of blood ties to Jamaica.
A number of Cubans have utilized the option of descent, and this is because their foreparents were Jamaican citizens, and so once they have the birth certificate or marriage certificate that can show that these persons were actually Jamaican citizens, they can use.
Now the Cubans, they are leaving, but you see me have to pause. I have to pause on that guy on the screen, that gentleman on the screen, Mr. Alexander Shah. Mr. Shah is a past student of my alma mater, Newzpaper. Mr. Shah he was a head boy at Newzpaper. He is a past president for the Past Student Association. Mr. Shah has been doing very well in law. Mr. Shah, big up yourself, sir. Enough respect. Enough respect, sir. I am told he might gear up for run for a certain seat, for a certain party. And I wish him well because I see a certain politician grooming him. And we need people like these, Sometimes we are saying we don't want young people. We need people like Mr. Shah in our politics. People like Mr. Shah and others. Because we can have it both ways, Sometimes we say, boy, who in our politics too old? And when the youngsters them want to come in to make a difference, people are born them. But the Cubans, they are now gone. Saturday, March 21, was the last of them. They have done so many good work in Jamaica. And it's sad to see. because of geopolitics, them have to leave. It is a sad day for Jamaica. A sad day. That because of geopolitics, them have to leave. I saw Mark Wignall write a report. I was trying to find it, Mark Wignall wrote an article last week about it. I'm going to try to find the article there and read it one of these days. But, trust me, it's really, really sad. So I was talking about Uncle Donald. And last week, Uncle Donald said, boy, he don't have nobody down at Iran to talk to. And then, but hold on, let me go over to Al Jazeera because I see them have a report. Just the first part of the report. So we can understand better what is happening at the moment. Because is this an indication that the war in Iran I go end? Watch this report.
Breaking news from the United States. The president, Donald Trump, has just posted on his Truth Social something that could turn out to be very important. We're going to read it in full. It's just come through. Let's read it together. I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So this is a lengthy message. We're going to keep this up on the screen for a moment longer. There's a lot here to unpack. Now, remember, we are only hours away, or were, just up until this moment, only hours away from the end of a 48-hour deadline that Donald Trump had imposed on Iran. That deadline was very specific and very simple. Donald Trump had told Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours of me sending of the very minute when Donald Trump had sent his last Truth Social message, reopen it within 48 hours, or the U.S. would bomb Iran's power plants, which could have been a major escalation in this conflict. And Iran had already responded by saying no, by saying that it wasn't going to abide by this deadline. It wasn't going to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. And if its power plants were bombed, Iran would respond by bombing power plants in Israel and in Gulf countries across the region. So we were looking at a possible serious escalation between the U.S. and Iran. And now we have this message from the U.S. president saying he is halting this for 5 days. That's one takeaway from this message. The other very important takeaway from this message is the first part of it. Reread this. The United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. So Donald Trump is telling us that there are talks, which is a marked departure from what has been the case, at least what was known publicly up until this moment. Donald Trump has said several times, Iran wants to talk, but I don't want to talk to them. Iran had denied that they were talking to the United States. Now the U.S. president, writing in all caps, there are conversations actually happening. They are in depth, and they are going well, and they could lead to an off-ramp. All of this happening right now in a message posted by the president of the United States to his social media just moments ago. Al Jazeera's Zain Basravi is in Dubai. Zain, we were going to have a different conversation.
So the world boss say, the world boss say, the world boss say, I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations, all cap, regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, Which you see the witch? Anybody see the witch? Or am I alone see it? Look, good man. Look at our conversation. You see the witch? The world boss say, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week. I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. World boss. The world boss, you know, you see? The world boss, I feel him. Social media site, this year, you know. Truth Social, you know. The boss is the part X, them did ban him for a while and then them take him back. And the boss create him own social media site, you know. No other president in the history of the United States communicate to the American people like how the world boss did. But boy, may I tell you, say, world boss, may I tell you, Mr. Trump say, and him never said they must suspend all bombings on Iraq, you know. He never said they must suspend all bombings on Iraq. The world boss say they are postponing military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a period of 5 days. So that no means say, him say they must suspend all bombings on Iraq. He was specific because he was saying that if they don't open this Straits of Hormuz, he might go bomb them power plants and them energy infrastructure. So he's saying that he is postponing bombing the power plants and energy infrastructure for 5 days. Because Iran did say, you know, if the world boss do that, you know, a chaos, I tell you, say, war and a nice thing. Because this week, Thursday, look for the price of gas in Jamaica go up again. Buy one next $4 or $5 or $6. You know, pretty. And this is a worldwide, the price of energy go up. And when the price of energy go up, everything else follow. You plan to go on vacation, you plan to take a flight, you take one taxi, everything will go up. Because you soon hear the Jamaican taxi drivers start ball, so them want raise a fare, you know, based on the price of gas, you know. Because the raise of fare they got was when the gas price was at X level. So them soon start ball again. They bro God did promise say what do you call it? What they pay? So the wage I go up by help me no man, my brain kind of mix up in the morning here, you know. What them call it? What the wage, the weekly wage paid is called? Or the lowest amount you can pay? But you don't follow me? I mean alone attack? What is it called? The weekly pay. What the lowest you can pay a worker in Jamaica? Minimum wage. Sir bro God did promise say before the election, you know, him say minimum wage will go up to 32,000 Jamaican dollars. But bro God never say when it go up by, you know. Now by July 1st, it will be going up to $17,000. But bro God did say $32,000. So was that an election ploy? Because we know, say, realistically, it can't go there so. The minimum wage going to 32,000 Jamaican dollars. None of we were there on the live chat now will ever live to see that. Never ever live to see that. Gavin Wagwan. Where is it? Then they on their own life. Not true. None of we will never. $32,000. Anybody never knows that was an election trick. Now follow Wagwan in Jamaica. But Mr. Trump is saying he's postponing because everybody was waiting, and give them 48 hours, So everybody was now waiting to see what will happen today. Because that 48 hours would have expired today. But the world boss come out at 6:03 this morning. And he posted in all caps. He posted in all caps that everything postponed. That it postponed. So let us go back to the Cubans leaving us. Somebody was saying and only in Jamaica, but we are talking about Jamaica. Geopolitics. Somebody was asking about geopolitics. Hold on there. I could find what is geopolitics. So people can say. Geopolitics is the study of how geographical factors such as location, resources, population, and territory shape political power and international relations. Right? It analyzes how nations use these factors to secure influence, protect interest, and compete with rivals. Core elements include territorial competition, resource access, and the impact of technology. So, what's the takeaway from that? Your takeaway from that should be, right here, so. Right here, so. International relations. Geopolitics, it means, say, Uncle Donald and Uncle Marcos say, get the Cubans out of Jamaica. And Brogard and his PR persons, them can't come and say, them can't come tell we say, add that at me, Say Uncle Donald and Uncle Marcos say, them don't want them in Jamaica. They have to come out and say, boy, the Cubans, them do something wrong and all kind of things and one bag of cock and bull story. So, but the reason is, Marco Rubio, his family is from Cuba, And Marco has always wanted to say the administration in Cuba toppled. He's now the Secretary of State, and he's using that. So, Uncle Marco visited Jamaica, in January, or thereabout, and I am sure that in that visit, he would have told, bro, God, look here. Uncle Donald, tell me if you tell you, say, the Cubans, what we don't have out here, no matter how good, what good them do for Jamaica, get them out. And all right, that's how it stop. So geopolitics, all right? For the person who are asking about geopolitics, right, that's how it go. Right, that's how it there. Get the Cubans out, otherwise, we are going to take action. And when Uncle Donald take action, he no care who you are, him no care who you are, he might take him action. Him no business who you be. And what we need to understand, I've said this before, if the People's National Party was in power, Uncle Marco would have tell them the same thing. And you feel like, say, if Marky G was the Prime Minister, he would have said, no, Uncle Marco. Uncle Marco, no, we can't move to Cuba. You feel like, say, Marky G would have tell them that? You feel like Marky G would have look for Uncle Marco and say, look here. No, sir, them are do too much good for Jamaica. So we have to make them stay. You feel like so? You think Marky G would have tell them that? All right, that's right there. And no matter how anybody want to come spin it. Last year, them Marco did come. Okay. No matter how nobody want to spin it. And that's how it there. get the Cubans out of Jamaica or else. That's how it stopped. Of course, Gavin, not the same thing. Whether PNP or JLP or no P, any prime minister that was in power, and Uncle Marco come and tell them, say, get the Cubans out. Muda Wafi see. Up until now, all the PNP attack, you know, and Market here say, you know, you not hear him say what the PNP would have do if they were in power, you know. Muda want hear him tell me that. So this is what, if I was the prime minister and I was told to get the Cubans out of Jamaica, this is what I would do. I want to hear them tell me that. I want to hear them tell the whole of Jamaica that. And then we say, But there's this article in the Jamaica Observer and Jamaica Gleaner, heading home with a heavy heart, regarded as part of the dream team of specialist ophthalmologists at St. Joseph's Hospital. There is Dr. Roberto Morales. He has spent years restoring sight to patients once condemned to darkness, affectionately known as Dr. Roberto. The Cuban doctor has worked in Jamaica for the past 9 years, breaking only to return home during the COVID-19 pandemic. When hospital officials later requested his return through the Cuban government, his answer was immediate. It was yes. I was working here until COVID time. I went back during COVID and I returned in 2022. I have worked with the Jamaican people for a long, long time. The Jamaican staff and the Ministry of Health were very good to us, to the Cuban people. Dr. Roberto told the Gleaner on Saturday during a farewell speech for Cuban medical professionals that was hosted by Osman Brown and his wife, Karen, at Halifax Crescent in St. Andrew. Every day they talk with us about our jobs, and every day they show solidarity and appreciation for our work. We try to help everybody. We attend to the people with cataracts and other eye conditions. And when patients remove the cataract and see our faces afterwards, it is a very, very good feeling, he said, his voice breaking as tears welled in his eyes. For Dr. Roberto, the emotional moments often come after surgery. A lot of people cry, and we cry with them too, because some people have gone a long time without vision, and in 2 weeks or maybe 1 month, they can see again. This is very good. I don't have words for this moment, he said, as tears rolled down his cheeks. The patients, he noted, often express their gratitude in deeply personal ways, embracing him, holding his face, and offering thanks for restoring their sight. Despite his deep connection to Jamaica, Dr. Roberto said the time has come to return home. His departure comes after the Jamaican government's decision to end its medical cooperation program with Cuba in response to a failure to come to an agreement on amendments to ensure compliance with local laws and international labor conventions. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Michael Holness has, however, indicated that the Jamaican government remains hopeful that an agreement can still be reached to allow the program to be restarted. That not go happen right now, bro God. That not go happen right now. While Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has indicated that the government was pursuing the possibility of direct engagement of some of the Cuban healthcare professionals. Now, that are the way where you'd have to go. Because in the past, what used to happen is that the government used to pay, the Jamaican government used to pay the money to the Cuban government. And then the Cuban government pay the doctors. So, if it is that Cuba is going to allow for that to happen, for them to directly, because in a Cuba, they know, you see, when they matter about traitor and all these things, Dr. Roberta said, we enjoy Jamaica, the people, the food, the culture, the tourist places, but now we need to go back. So, why we're going to have a lot of blind people in Jamaica, We are going to be having, because no matter what nobody wants to say, these Cuban healthcare people, them do a whole heap of good for Jamaicans. Whole heap of good. Whole heap of good. Where's the Sir Farrow? I have two close friends who have benefited from the I program. They are so appreciative. I can just imagine. I have a friend, I have a friend, not the I care program. I have a friend last week. He called me, because he have some renal problem. And he benefited from a surgery done by one of the Cuban doctors. And the man called me with tears in his eyes last week, I said, boy, why people not go demonstrate against what is happening? So I said to him, look here, you will never find that happening. You're not going to find that happening. Nobody not going to go demonstrate for this. Or if you even find people going, it will not be well supported. But it's really sad, really sad because of geopolitics. To say the program, the Cuban doctors have to go home. The doctors and why may I tell you? A pilot and co-pilot killed in collision at US airport. And Air Canada, a pilot and a co-pilot were killed and several others badly hurt when an Air Canada regional jet struck a fire truck on a runway while landing at LaGuardia Airport in New York. The two were killed in the late Sunday night collision, which crushed the nose of the aircraft, while around 40 passengers and crew members were taken to area hospitals. Whoa, so it's a commercial flight. Canadian box cover. Some with serious injuries. Most have since been released from treatment, authorities said earlier today. Two Port Authority employees who were traveling in the fire truck also suffered injuries that were not believed to be life-threatening. The pilot and the co-pilot were both based out of Canada. The airport will remain closed until today in the afternoon, that at LaGuardia, to facilitate the investigation, which is being led by the NTSB. The fire truck was traveling across the runway. The fire truck was traveling across the runway to respond to a separate incident aboard a United Airlines flight, whose pilot had reported an issue with odor. Wow. There were 72 passengers and 4 crew members aboard the aircraft. The flight originated at Montreal. Photos and videos from the scene showed severe damage to the front of the aircraft, with cables and debris hanging from a mangled cockpit. Nearby, a damaged emergency vehicle lay on its side. Stairways used to evacuate passengers from the aircraft were pushed up to the emergency exits on the jet. The impact left the jet with its crumpled nose tilted upwards. In the moment before the crash, an air traffic controller could be heard on a radio transmission giving clearance to a vehicle to cross part of the tarmac, and then try to stop it. So the air traffic controller said, "Stop, truck one, stop." The transmission says the controller can be heard frantically diverting an incoming aircraft from landing. Air traffic controllers are not impacted by the partial government shutdown that has caused long delays at airport security checkpoints in recent days. They have been affected by past shutdowns. So the air traffic controller, could be heard on radio giving clearance to a vehicle to cross part of the tarmac, then try to stop it. I tell you what, a flight I was on last week, last week Tuesday, and the plane almost touched down, and it have to shoot back up. Apparently, some kind of instructions were given not to land. And may I tell you, say, the plane had to go to our next airport, go refuel. And then we were at that airport for about 3 hours before we could have go back to the original airport that we were supposed to land. So, boy, may I tell you, say, I want to wait, star. I want to wait, I want to wait. Let's us move on to... Let us go over to our next article from the Jamaica Observer. Yes, Echo every time. Lord have mercy. Hey, Echo, so me tap repeat it. Your message there. Your message never get me in that trouble, Aye, sir. All right, 3 persons were charged in a multi-million dollar bank fraud and money mule probe. The FID is again warning Jamaicans not to allow their bank accounts to be used to receive, move or withdraw funds on behalf of others. And this might have sound simple to you, but this is very, very prevalent, If you go on TikTok or Instagram, there are persons who are advertising renting persons' bank account, Renting your bank account. So when you rent them the bank account, them use it to scam people. So them tell you, say, we are selling a phone for $25,000. Here is a bank account. And most occasions, rent the bank account there, So when they rent the bank account, them have access to everything. So as the money dropping at it, them transfer it somewhere else. I see the police now have the investigative powers, to know where the bank, anyhow. And some of the banks now give the police certain information. But I can see how that one you go. The accused Ashanti Johnson, Kevin Bentley, and David Brevet, ages 24, 37, and 54 years old. They were charged under the Proceeds of Crime Act. The operations conducted by the FID in collaboration with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Specialized Investigative Branch, as well as personnel from the St. Andrew South and North Police Divisions. The 3 were offered station bail to appear in court next month Investigators allege that the accused participated in a criminal scheme involving unauthorized access to bank accounts and the transfer of funds in accounts maintained by the suspects. So, that right there. So, let us go over to the, let me see what's happening in the Jamaica Star. Yesterday, I carried a report in yesterday's news about a bun eating contest. We saw a man named Kieran Powell being choked on the bun. The Star have it this morning. A bun eating competition spiraled into tragedy on Saturday after the pastry became lodged in the throat of a man who eventually died. So I see where somebody was commenting, I wonder if a glass bottle was lodged in, if a piece of glass bottle was in the bun. Look here, choking on our eyes is something, you know. And I don't know if you ever go to these bun eating contests, you know. I don't know, I see it all the while, but trust me, me now participate in it. Me see it all the while, and me see how some people have to hold them throat and will want water and all these things. And from me little, me tell myself, say, nobody can get me participate in a bun eating contest. Nobody. What is that? I'm seeing our Cine Jam Services Jamaica. Message retracted. Our Cine Jam type. I am retracted or one of the moderators. Anyhow. Oh, wonder if okay. Okay, Cine Jam, are you retracted? Okay. And that me I wonder because our preliminary reports indicated that a participant. You see, this star, no carry him name, you know. them claims, so them the head of Manchester Division, Kerry Duncan, confirmed the incident took place during a promotional event in Christiana. The man was participating in a bun eating competition. And we understand that foreign object got lodged in his throat. He was rushed to hospital and pronounced dead. The Soup, senior Soup, Kerry Duncan, has declined to identify his name. However, he's saying that the victim is 37 years old and he's from a Trelawney address. Now, if you listen to the video I posted last night, I am telling you that the name of the person who died is Kieran, Kerron, Powell. Kieran Powell. He's 37 years old, and the Soup is saying he's of a Trelawney address. He's from the hills of Trelawney, a place named Litchfield District in Trelawney. And if the Soup didn't want to give the name because family members were not notified, I would have spoken to family members yesterday before I released his name. So his name is Kieran Powell, and he is 37, or was 37. He was a farmer living at, hey Margie, morning. He was a farmer living at Litchfield District. So Kieran and others, it was National Bakery. They were having a promotion in front of a supermarket up at Christiana. And they might have bun eating contest. And this gentleman, Kieran Powell, he was one of the participants. And when I look him start choke like crazy and start vomit up blood and all these things, it was one of the managers from National Bakery who rushed him to the Percy Junior Hospital. And I am not sure if they tried to apply first aid, so I won't say they do or they don't. I won't say because I'm not sure. But they rushed to the hospital. A police bike would have escorted the vehicle, so the police bike would have cleared the road. All vehicles come out the road, and him reached the hospital very quick. But it's sad to say, he died. It is Bonnie, no man. food, me feel say food must be properly chewed, and that is why if I'm little, me say me nah go in and no bun eating contest. Cause if you go in it, you know, you go try win. So you go try swallow the bun as fast as you can. That not properly true. Eh? No, it's not properly true. But it's sad to say about the gentleman, Mr. Karen Powell, he died. There are some people who contact me. You remember I carried an interview. Yesterday one guy take me on, you know. And him a tell me say him always feel say me fear, but me are one of the corrupt bloggers too. I'm going to tell you why why him say it. Now, the gentleman I called me, right? And I said, send me a message. Him saying he want to talk about the two guys who were killed last week Wednesday in Trelawney. I realized it's a foreign number in my text span. I said to him, do you have any other information apart from what the guy who I interviewed on Saturday told me, or Friday? Friday. Him say, him know the guy, one of the guys personally. And that's why he want to talk to me. So me say, I would rather him start telling me say the guy was on his one of the guy was on the phone with his mother and whosoever tell him said this and tell him said that. So me say, mother love to talk to a witness. If the mother want to talk to me, because seeing that she was on the phone with him before the incident, according to what you are saying, or whosoever else, him say, him is a witness. Me say, how are you a witness? Because people tell him what happened. Me say, that is what you call hearsay. And I already carry that hearsay in the matter already. I want to talk to people who would know what go on. Him start telling me, say, boy, him thinks I made it fear and me I want become like me I one of the corrupt bloggers and all these manner of things. So me I say, big man, it no matter where you want to say, it no matter where you want to say, but if me don't run that type of channel, man, wait, me carry one hearsay already, you know. But this me not post that video there, you know. But for what it's worth, me say me post it. Because when the guy was linking me, the one who I posted the other day, me never get a feel of what I want to say first. And that is what I do, you know. Whenever me I go do an interview, some people that said to me, say, boy, they want to talk to me before them tell me what they want to say in the interview. Me not do interview, so. I know some me do interview. Anybody else want to do it that way, it's up to them. Me, want you call, once me know what you want to talk about, or what the issue is about. Me no want, if there's something, if you tell me say your name, so and you were charged. Me might go do my investigation and see what you were charged for and what the allegations were. But me no want you give me no want understand the story before me do the interview. Because that's how me do my thing. So I interviewed the guy, I posted that video. Me not go take no more hearsay interview. If you, and like me saying at the interview, if you were there, you might tell me say, why people afraid police come back and kill them and all manner of things. But call me corrupt or anything what you want to call me. You know that you not go change how me do things. But my viewers and my subscribers, I'll be dropping a video today. I would have carried several stories about a scammer. He was charged. Well, he didn't start it off as a scammer, you know. He started off as a businessman. But then it happened that he was charged for scamming a whole heap of people. And because of that, he was arrested and charged by the police multiple times. He died in hospital yesterday. I'm going to be carrying a report because some persons are speculating if he took his own life. But I'm doing some digging. Where's the Barry? You just come? Marcia, you keep on keeping on with your stories. Blessings, Marcia. Blessings. Jason Mawagwan. Rosie, Rosie, me have my bias. Me have my biasness in our life, you know, Rosie. All of us have our bias, you know. All of us have our bias. But what I try to do is I try to run a channel with integrity. Because I say, look here. Because I say, if I didn't run that type of channel, the persons who contact me, and then them out, because me say me nah do so and so, them will cost me. If they never say me running a fear channel, they wouldn't contact me in the first place, They wouldn't contact me wanting to tell their stories, But you see some people, if them get the impression like say you're not share, the pan for them side, then them say you're corrupt. Well, if I let you use and call me corrupt, use and call me so. But at the end of the day, we try to give everybody a chance to say what they want to say. But we are going to ask questions. We're not going to just allow you if you just come and talk. We are going to ask questions. That's how we do it thing. I wouldn't like it. Feel no business. We can't change again. We can't change from that again. And we not change. And Uno now go allow me to change. My viewers and my subscribers now go allow me to change. And Uno now go lose half of me. Uno now go lose half of Popeye. Yeah? That is why a lot of you are here every morning. That is why a lot of you watch the videos. That is why a lot of you tell people about the channel. And at the stage where me there now, me can't change. All right? Them a go always judge me, man. Them a go always judge me, Tina. But me no matter that. Me no matter that. Me no matter that. Me have my personal bias, but I don't try to bring my personal bias on the channel. You understand? I have voted in every election. I have voted both PNP and JLP in elections. I don't try to bring no political bias on the channel. You understand? So not because me vote for so and so in the last election. Means say, me go come on the channel, come try support so and so or try promote so and so. You understand? As so we do it thing. We try to do things different. We support the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We support law and order. We support security guards. But when them go out of line, we not afraid to burn a fire upon them. We not afraid to carry the news about them. We are not afraid. Never, ever, ever afraid. You understand? I who not like how we do things. All them can do is see me and say the boy, Papa, a pee hole or this and that. Or talk behind me and say I'm an half evil. That now go, at my age and stage in our life, that now go frighten me. We just do the work. I who not like what we do. I feed them business that. We are not afraid of calling a spade, not a shovel. Remember to join us again tomorrow morning, and we'll be dropping. We are trying to do two videos today. We are trying. Everyone is not going to be happy. Of course, we vote on this. We are trying drop 2 videos today, but in the meantime, bless upon yourself. Here, thanks for being here. Keep on telling a friend to tell a friend. Bless upon yourself. Live, love, laugh. Valentine's, I would like Popo, how come whenever they kill someone, the perpetrator gun only have 4 bullets 90% of the time? You're bringing me in the realm of speculation, Valentine. You're bringing me in the realm of speculation. Nobody can I carry news is not always 4 bullets. So that would not be true, Valentine. That would not be true. I carry news all the way. It's not always 4 bullets. Sometimes it's 4, yes, but it's not always 4. So if I you to say it's always 4, that is not true. Yeah? So we cannot, you said 4 bullets 90% of the time. Okay. Well, if that's what you hear, that's what you hear. But everybody, catch you tomorrow. All right? Live, love, laugh. Blessed love, everybody.
From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Papa Newz Link, lights in
Papa Newz Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican vice, truth in the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count news with the vibes. That we are now.